on this video we're going to go and get the wrapper, because it's almost silage time, but not quite. Everything's a little bit wet at the minute. We'll come to that a bit later. We're going to do a little walk around the farm, bit of an update around the farm, see what's been going on. We're going to go and string up half a cow field where there's a bit of grass, so we're going to go and string that up because there's a little bit too much grass over there for them. And then at the end of the video we're heading over to Alistair's tomorrow, and I'll put it all into one video. We're heading over to Alistair's to clean out his grain store. Saw that last year, so we won't go into too much detail over there, but that's what we're going to go and do because the weather isn't looking amazing. We're going to go and do some wet day jobs. This here is our Muckhale 991 bale wrapper. It's been in storage all over winter because we're going to need it during silage times, obviously. We're not quite ready for silage yet. Everything's still a little wet, as I said before. We've had over an inch of rain this week, and there's actually some water lied in some of the fields, so we're a few days away from silage yet. But this thing, farmer did notice last year, there's a bit more play in this. You can see it. Let me bring you down a bit more play in this bed than he would like. It's quite noticeable, so we're going to have Peter look at this tomorrow, I think. I wouldn't know where to start, but they will know. I'm guessing under there somewhere. It might be a case of just tightening up some bolts, but it might be a case of new bearings. There's also an issue where as the bed spins around and comes to a stop, it goes over center, so it stops at a weird acute angle, you know. So Peter's going to look at the sensors and basically make sure it's working for silage. Bit counterproductive. You have to keep jumping on and off the machines when you're working. It's a bit counterproductive. You want to be able to just go on there, and then when your wrap runs out, you want to be able to change your wrap over. You don't want to be getting on and off to yeah, sort out little issues, because then that makes your day a lot longer. So just a few little issues with this. Peter's going to look at it, but this is a good wrapper. We like this wrapper. Right then, so we're going to do a quick walk around the farm, see what's been going on. The last 3 cows have had their calves, so now all we need to do, we just got to dehorn them before they can go out. I'll just show you one of them because one of them is a pretty unique colour. This one's a bit proud. Yeah, all right, that'll do then. There's the last 3 calves and the cows. They're going to go out in a few days' time. We'll get Colin here, he'll do the last of the dehorning on the calves there, and we'll get them out to the field, and they'll be happy. This one is a bit angry, but her calf's really nice. Obviously it's a black cow with a Chevrolet bull, and it brings out these grey calves. You can get stuffed. Right, we're going to leave her to it. Unbelievable. Renowned to be a bit fiery, that one. This is one of the sheds. We've still got this one to clean out. What we'll do is get those cows out, get the barriers down, then we can get the machine in here, get this all mucked out. Fields have gone a bit soft at the minute, so we're going to wait for the showers to fizzle out, hopefully in the next week or 2, and then we'll get on to cleaning out the sheds. But we've got plenty of wet day jobs that we can carry on with, so it's no issues there really. I think young heifers in this one, yeah. These young heifers, these have all been sold, so they're going to be on the trailer in the next few days. They're big enough, ready to go, and the guys are quite happy to take those. So, and that funds the farm then for the summer. As you can imagine, summertime's very expensive with all your wraps and your strings and your balers and your machines going. Everything costs a lot of money. So we'll always sell a few big ones straight off the bat. The other ones are already out in the field. We're going over there later, so we're going to go and put up a string across that field because the field's too big. We're going to make some silage on the other half of it. So that's what we're going to do next. We've got steers over there. Same deal with the steers. I'll take you over there. Where's my mate? My mate's in here somewhere, Dallas. Where are you, boy? Here he is. Here he is, Dallas. You're ready to go, aren't you, mister? You're a big boy. You're going to make some people happy. Okay? Try not to get too attached because, yeah, that's not the game we're in. This big boy will make a lot of food for a lot of people. On your boy. And he's had a nice time here. And he's had a good life. And he's been kept clean and healthy. And that's what it's all about. Doing what's right for him. Don't lick my new wellies. Oh, lovely. Good boy. They're not all friendly like that. Most of them are a pain in the butt. I have got some new wellies. Can you see them? Right, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Matt, what you got some mental expensive wellies for? Well, I'll tell you something. Bought myself some muck boots. When was it? November last year. They lasted 4 months, then they started splitting. I was not happy with them. Linda, farmer's other half, you know, the office lady, the packer lady, the one that makes things happen pretty much. She had a pair of chamois. She rated them pretty well. I need to say thank you, really, because I didn't even pay for them. She paid for them, the farm paid for them. Thank you very much, Linda, for my wellies. They're very comfortable. I will give them that, and we'll just see how they get on. And I can relay back to you guys if they're any good. Hopefully they last a little bit longer than the muck boots. Another shed here, waiting to be cleaned out. Where we're tipping the muck, it's all around the headlands. We don't want to make a mess, so we're going to wait until it dries up a bit. We've got ourselves, this is quite a funny situation actually. We've been trying to get planings for over a year. Can't get them because HS2 all around us. The HS2 is just pinching everything. You can't get anything. Can't get building materials. You can't get concrete. You can't get cement. It's very hard at the minute to get anything while they're building HS2. We did manage to get onto someone about some planings, and yeah, if you can get them because they don't come up very often, and it's because you've got to be where they're working. You've got to be. These are obviously planings from a motorway, so when they're taking off the motorway, they're digging off the motorway to replace the surface on the motorway. They stick it all into a lorry, and you've got to be willing to take them as and when they're ready. So I think there's about 20 load there, and it looks like a big pile. We'll jump up there. Let's jump up there. Yep. Yeah, looks to, and it is a big pile, let's not lie, but they actually don't go very far, and we use a heck of a lot of them. And our pile was literally down to, I don't know, we only had literally one load there, so this will do well. This will do us for the next year or so. Right, let's move on. Planings are here, and when it does dry up, we'll once we've got all the sheds out, because the sheds, some of the sheds aren't concreted, some of them are. The ones that aren't, we just, you know, we'll fill the gaps and the holes with planings, and we go around the yard, fill all the holes, the potholes that have occurred over the winter, get everything level and smooth. Wheat silage from last year, I think we had about 350 bags of it. The cows didn't really like it too much. It did feed some of our animals, I'm not going to lie, because that's only half of it left. But where it had all come out in here, it gave us a few issues with bad eyes, so we didn't use as much as it as we thought we would. The last few good bags. We've got a few haylage bales left. There must be 75 there, I don't know. We're almost out of our very best hay because we didn't make a lot of it last year, and we haven't sold to any of the big lorry companies that we usually sell to, but we have still got hay left. We've got we've got round bales left. I think there's half a shed of them left. We've got big bales. These ones came in ever so iffy, and if you go back to one of our hay making videos in September, late hay September, let's get up here, we were very concerned because it was the end of the season, September. We were a bit worried about whether these bales would heat up, because they were coming in a little bit higher moisture than we would like. So what we did was, farmer will build these in a certain way, and we've got big hay fans, you might have seen them, and we will blow them, and we'll blow air through them. The baler man slackened off the bales so they weren't too tight, so that's another thing you can do to save them. And they actually are they come out really well, and that's partly down to the baler man slacking his bales off, and that's most of it is down to the hay fans, and it's why we use them every year. We've got 2 big giant hay fans, and whenever we bring hay in, we always blow them for 2 or 3 days, regardless of the weather. If it's iffy and the hay's not quite ripe but it's got to come in, we'll blow them, because there might be high moisture, so we'll blow them then. And even if it's a hot boiling day, we'll still blow them to get the sun heat out of them, because that can make them go bad. So blowing the hay makes a massive difference, and it saved this whole chunk of hay here. And we've got loads of these left, so we're doing all right there. The guys have been across the road. They've mended the track going up the road, because last winter was very wet. So Keithy and Peter did that last week. They mended the track over there, so that's a good job done. It's the other stuff from round the back shed. Just a little bit coarser, but still nice smelling hay. It's still good smelling hay. I can't remember where it came from, but we've still got some small bales to go out, so that's fine. These sheds will be completely cleaned out as and when. Before we start hay making, we start from one end usually, work our way back, and we'll come in here, another wet day job, come in here, get all the sheets off the floor, you know, tidy up, get some more sheets up the top there, because there's one coming down from the top there. All the bad sheets will get recycled, all the good sheets will get reused again, and having the sheets up, it makes a difference of keeping your hay really good throughout the whole year, because obviously you've got to keep it for a long time. You've got to keep it all the way until June, July, hopefully into the next year. So yeah, that's what's going on in the hay shed. This one's pretty much empty now, and it won't take long to get rid of that. We have got one more hay shed that we've only got a little bit of straw left. We've got a little bit of oat straw left. We haven't got very much wheat straw at all, because there just wasn't the straw this year. Right, so we're just walking outside in the Timothy grass, just outside the front of the farm there, and it is growing by the day. Finally growing. It's yeah, you can pretty much watch this grow with your eyes. But yeah, there's going to be there should be a good amount of grass this year now. Nothing was moving a couple of weeks ago, but give everything a week, a bit of moisture, a bit of warmth. Days are longer now, so as the days get longer, everything's got a lot more time to grow. And yeah, this not ready yet. This is going to be Timothy grass. I imagine it'll be used for hay. The farmer will have a look at it, make sure there's not much weeds and other rubbish in there, because these were barley fields 2 years ago, so we make sure there's no other rubbish in there, black grass, things like that, you know. Yeah, if they go for hay, this will be right up to your waist. That should make some nice Timothy hay. And you can see the Timothy in it. The Timothy is all the these are the stalky bits. So that's looking good. So we're going to go and put this fence line up. We're going to meet the old man out there, because he's got the barley. So we're going to lure him away to one side with the barley, put the string up so they can't get it to the other side of the field. Is that one?
Yeah, just that.
Just one that. That's all you need.
Yeah, chuck that bucket in, that'll be all right. Just chuck the bucket in that. If we want this thing in there, we've got it.
Yep.
Got a sledgehammer in there, Matt.
Yeah, I've got 2 sledgehammers. I saw what you meant about the wrapper on the bed.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's quite loose, looser than I thought it was.
Yeah, no, I noticed it last year, Matty. It was at the back end. Oh, it was at the back end of the year, though, mate. And I thought, this will be all right. It'll get us through what we need to do there. It wobbles back going down the road and shit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's something not quite right on that, mate.
No. There's
I don't know what.
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even know
But
where
we'll have
to...
a look at it. Oh, Pete'll have a look. He might even get to look at it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back to the first post, that'll give you a line to go on, mate.
Yeah, alright.
Basically, if you want to know about every 10 yards, mate. 12 yards. Yeah, 12 yards.
Is that 12 paces? Is that what?
12 paces.
Yeah, alright. So this is actually it's one of Jim's fields, this one. And we rent it for the cows. Farmer was telling me dandelions, buttercups, you get a lot of those in a dry year. As you can see across the field, there's a heck of a lot there, and apparently they will take over and they are not your friend. You can spray them off, but you got to be quick. These are gone to seed, so, but we don't usually do much with this field anyway. That's got to be that way. Yeah, I might want to go up one. Like that. And we'll connect it to the electric fence that runs around the outside of the field. We'll just hook it on the other end. And the cows will come up to it, they'll have a look at it. They'll get a zap once or twice, and that'll be that. Hopefully Farmer doesn't have a laugh with me. And plug it on. And give me a little zap. Usually by now the cows will be over here doing your head in, but they're waiting for their barley. The old man will be here with the bike to check them over, and that's what they're waiting for over there. But it gives us a good chance to do this so they ain't bugging us. Usually they'll be all round you, just helping you, you know. And the trick is, we've got to get this up and on before they get back. Otherwise, if it's not electrified, they'll walk through it and they'll drag it down, and then you got to start again.
You hold it, I'll hit it.
Oh, lovely. And you won't hit my head or my hands, will you?
Not at all. Bit of man's hammer.
Oh, right, you got the big boy.
We good?
Yeah.
That'll do us, mate.
Yeah, we can put it on that string,
That's
can
what
we?
I was thinking, mate.
Yeah.
Right on that.
Why does it need to be earth?
Because this one needs to be earth, mate. Well, assuming that the fence is going.
Oh, don't touch it. Ah, don't do that.
I'm really pleased with this, Matt, because down this side, we're going to be looking at this bloody rock.
Yeah.
And that combination was done a bloody fantastic job. All this corner, Matt, was wet. From almost from the gate back, it changes.
Yeah.
And that combination's done a really bloody smashing
Yeah,
job.
it has.
I'm chuffed to
The year
bits.
before the time drill looked better, but this year the combi looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think, not overall I wouldn't have said that, mate, but this
No.
field in particular, I do think it was the drillman perhaps. I don't know, I'm only guessing. I don't know what this was all to do with blackgrass, mate.
Yeah.
But look how clean it is. There ain't a fucking weed out here, mate.
No.
Now, you go on to this, and it equines to it. A little bit thinner, but is that disaster? No, it bloody ain't, mate.
No.
Honestly, mate, that is not disaster. That walks different,
Yeah. Harder.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, instantly you can feel it.
Yeah, it does. Firmer underfoot, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that concerns me a little bit with this, Matt, is where it is a bit thinner. It ain't going to fill in enough to cover the black grass, because there'll be some more black grass to come.
Yeah.
I'm bloody certain of that. That ain't black grass, but that is. See, he's just opened up a little bit. And there's another bit there, look, Matt.
Yeah, I see it. So it's still got sun coming through.
Yeah, and that might be, it's not going to be disastrous, mate, I can tell you that. But the arse is the job that you were wanting to do, which is to get barley like that, because it smothers the black grass.
Yep.
And when it's a little bit open, it's a bit like your garden. It's just the same as a garden, Matt. When that's like that, as thick as that,
yep,
there's no daylight underneath. The black grass don't germinate. Do you know what I mean? When it's like that,
yeah, all your weeds can.
And the arse is, it's in your black grass area.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's a bit of a double kick in the nads, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. There'll be crop there, but it'll just be
it'll be fine, Matt.
It's because you're too fat. If you remember, we dug a big culvert and Peter did a load of ditching, so he's going to go up and level all the dirt from up there. Me, Ag and Keithy, we're going off to the grain store. We're going to go and fix that. Peter's already had a quick look at the wrapper, and it turns out there's some loose bolts underneath the table, so that should be an easier fix than we first initially thought. Right, we're going to head up to this grain store, go start cleaning that grain store out, because the day's not a great day, and we're waiting for things to dry up a bit before we can get on and start getting this muck out.
Right, Anna.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, Anna.
Yeah.
You can make silliest for things, man, when you have a bit of refusal, make one.
Yeah.
This man caught it back, mate.
No?
No. It's not brilliant, but it ain't as bad as the others.
No.
Didn't go right to halfway.
Yeah. And them clogged up like that, they won't blow if they're clogged up like that, will they?
No, waste of time, Matt. I would imagine it's because the wheat's small, I don't know, I think that's all it can be.
They weren't this bad last year, I remember.
I reckon it'll be like this, I reckon what'll happen, it'll probably be every fourth one will be like this.
Yeah. Looking good.
And hot in here,
It is hot. I'm hot as. All these channels lead to a joint wind tunnel. You've got the same the other side. Basically it blows air all the way up through the floor, so you can dry your corn when you tip your corn in here. But at the end of the season there's always some cleaning up to do. This year's particularly bad. We think it's because the corn's a bit smaller. Yeah, we're basically cleaning it all out, ready for harvest this year. We've got this side to do, and then we've got the other side to do as well. These are tricky to roll up, aren't they?
Yeah. Watch it, they'll fall back.
Good for good.
Slats like that.
Yeah. If you don't do it right, they fall apart into individual slats, and it's it's carnage. But I've got a time lapse going for you. You'll be able to see what's going on. This video is probably long enough as it is. I'll show you what it's like after we're finished. I love the British weather, ain't they?
It's not many seconds, is it?
Well, yeah. What's that saying? If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. Thought you'd done it before.
Oh no, let him go.
No.
You let him go, fucking hell, man. Well, I've let him go because sometimes you sort of get a bit blasé.
Yeah. And all you end up is 1,000 of these little slats, don't you? And then
that is a pain in the arse.
Then they jigsaw in one by one, but there's a lot there. And then they come out again, don't they, when you're trying to... Yeah.
They really are.
Well, when I woke up, she was looking at me. She told me I've been cheating on her in her dream. Lord, it wasn't a thing I could do or say to change I couldn't stay the same, so I stopped going down on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Yeah, everything she asked I left in the past, just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated, all I've been domesticated. She told me to top off her Jeep, the one I bought her when I sold my old GT. And I bumped in to my good friend, and he asked me where the hell had I been. So I told him what she told me. If I didn't change, she was gonna leave. So I stopped going down on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Everything she asked I left in the past, just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated, I'm domesticated. But when I got home, she sat me down, said she wasn't happy and she wanted out. Everything about the man she once loved is long gone, baby, and it's all because I stopped going out on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Everything she asked I left in the past, just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated, Lord, I've been domesticated. Lord, I've been domesticated. All I do is stay at home all damn day.
So that is where we're going to leave it on this one. We didn't quite get finished up at the grain store, so we'll head up there tomorrow, just finish that off. That'll be a good job done. It's one of those jobs you don't really want to do. Thought of it, doing it is worse than it is, but once it's done and it's ready for harvest, even though we're nowhere near harvest yet. But it's better doing it on days where it's like this, you know, showery, wet, mizzly. But it's going to get super busy around here. As soon as the weather picks up a little bit, silage will start. Silage will move into haymaking, and then haymaking moves into harvest after that. And the grass is growing, everything's growing now, all the crops are growing really well. We're really pleased with how it's going at the moment. So yeah, and what I will do, I am going to try and get round the machinery for you. Once we've got all the sheds emptied, I'll try and get around the tractors and around the machinery for you. I've been promising you a long time for that. It just gets too busy around here, so we'll get that done for you. These guys are obviously off in the next few days, so it's probably the last time you see these guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you want to get yourself a t-shirt, 4 Winds t-shirt, 4 Winds hat in the description if you want to get one of those. And yeah, we'll catch you soon. Cheers.